Okay, I'm going to read you a little bit more from my book, The Basic Truths of Gaudiya Philosophy, which is my English rendition of Sri Jiva Goswami's Tattva Sandarbha. You can get it on my website, rajakishore.com. I'm reading from the first part of that book, which is an overview. And what we've gone over already is that, first of all, Jiva Goswami established what we're going to use as the basis of our search for truth. And he establishes that the Gaudiyas use the Bhagavatam as the main basis of their evaluation of spiritual truth. And you can review my previous two videos to get the details on that. But now we're coming up to where he's actually going to start analyzing the Bhagavatam and explaining what it actually says. So the way he starts that is he talks about the conception or the realization that the authors of the Bhagavatam had. Authors meaning Ved Vyasadeva, and his son Shukadeva Goswami, even Suta Goswami to some extent. Because the realization or the conception that an author has really affects the book that they write, because the person's thoughts and the person's concepts come out in the words that they share. So if you want to understand a book, you understand the author. If you want to understand a statement, understand the person who made the statement. So that's his paradigm, and that's why the first thing he does before really jumping into analyzing the Bhagavatam, the first thing that he does is analyze the authors, see what they were thinking, see what they had realized, because it would be absurd to interpret their writing in a way that contradicts what they had realized. So he starts with Shukadeva. He says the most significant aspect of Shuka's realization is that he was attracted from impersonal monism to bhakti, indicating the Bhagavatam's message that bhakti is a goal superior even to impersonal liberation. The most important or interesting thing about him that Jiva Goswami brings out is that he was an impersonal monist, but he became attracted to bhakti. And that's very, very crucial to understanding what the Bhagavatam is all about, because the Bhagavatam presents bhakti as something which is superior even to moksha, or liberation in and of itself, or you might say impersonal liberation. So next, Jiva Goswami is going to show how Shukadeva's realization reveals the Bhagavatam's concept of three things, three super important things: the goal, the spiritual goal, the means to achieve the goal, and the reason why you would want to achieve the goal. That's known as sambandha, the goal, the connection to the goal, the target, the abhideya, the means of achieving the goal, and the prayojana, the reason why you would want to make the endeavor to achieve the goal, the result of achieving the goal. So Shukadeva's realization shows that the ultimate goal of bhakti is to experience Krishna's Leela. The method to achieve this goal is to hear this Leela, to hear Bhagavatam's descriptions of that Leela. The result of achieving this goal, the reason why you would want to achieve this goal, is to experience the bliss inherent in that Leela, which is superior to the bliss inherent in monastic liberation. Because Shukadeva Goswami, he was just wandering around the forest, immersed in spiritual bliss. But then he heard Krishna's Leela that his father Vyasadeva had composed in the Bhagavatam. And then he desired to experience it and realize it. Then he went back to his father and dedicated himself to a thorough study of the Bhagavatam, to a thorough study of Krishna's Leela as revealed in the Bhagavatam. And the result was that he achieved the bliss of deeply entering into those Leelas. And that's what Sri Jiva has to say about Sri Shukadeva Goswami's realization and the import of it on understanding the Bhagavatam. So in other words, the Bhagavatam presents bhakti as being superior to even moksha, And the Bhagavatam is all about Krishna's Leela, Krishna's activities, and where he displays his name, form, and qualities. I'll continue to share from the overview that's at the beginning of the book, but I also naturally encourage you to go and get a copy and read it for yourself. The name of the book is Basic Truths of Gaudiya Philosophy. It's an English rendition of Sri Jiva Goswami's Tattva Sandarbha, and you can get it on my website, rajikishore.com. You can even get it on Amazon. Probably, maybe you can even ask for it in a bookstore or something like that. Hare Krishna.